You're listening to the Uptown Girls podcast. I'm your host, Martina Barley. Let's talk. Is it the vibe? Well, we're on now, so if you want to swear,
cool.
Decide now.
Don't come for me.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Uptown Girls podcast. I'm Martina, and I have Nina and Christina.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
I love that our names all rhyme.
I know.
So I brought Nina and Christina on because they are opening up a restaurant in Rochester.
Yes,
and I think it's like the cutest concept. And I just want to talk all about opening a restaurant because it seems so hard to me.
Depends who you ask.
Is that how you describe it?
I know. Ask Nina. She might give you a different response than me.
Because
we've kind of
done
taken
it
different
before?
roles
on
like the opening, but yeah, it's been a little dicey.
So let's start at the beginning. How do you two know each other well enough to become business partners?
Oh my gosh.
I know.
I was best friends with her sister, Nikki, growing up. So I've known Nina since she was a little tight.
Yep.
Yeah.
When we used to go to Denny's.
Yeah, and I have photos of her, and every time someone's like, how long have you known Nina? I'm like, this long. And it's like her sitting in a booth at Denny's. And she's like
a Diet
I don't even know how old you were. So we've known each other for a while.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I feel like then we didn't really, once we graduated, like high school and college.
How far apart are you guys?
3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
2.5 years, but 3 like school grade years. And then we reconnected because Steve, your husband, owns Ferraris, and I used to work at Ferraris.
Okay.
And we had some mutual friends, and then we just kind of reconnected more recently.
Wait, now I think I know your sister.
Nicole
Nikki?
Cammilleri?
Will you show me a picture of her?
Yeah. She's
It
obviously
sounds familiar.
Diane. Did you go to Diane's wedding, my cousin?
No.
Okay, because we were both in the wedding. But
Yeah, so
You
Nina
probably
is
do.
Diane's cousin. I don't know if Diane's been on here yet, but Diane is like an Uptown OG.
Yeah.
You got to get Diane on here.
I know.
I know. She'd be so anxious, though. She'd be like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
We have
maybe
good
after the
memories,
baby.
Diane.
The funniest thing about Diane, because she's so sweet and like chill, people don't realize like she has a very wild side.
Yeah. I remember back in like when we were in high school, and I remember like your mom. I would stay at your mom's house because it was a very easy sleepover. You know,
Yeah.
we could just kind of scoot out.
Yeah.
But Diane, we would hang out with Diane, and I remember like telling Nikki like, I'd be nervous, like, what are we doing tonight? Where are we going? Like, Diane's coming? What is the actual plan? What are we actually doing tonight? Because Diane was just like,
You never know what's going to happen.
You don't know what's going to happen.
Diane's wild. Well,
Love
I've worked
Diane.
with Diane. Like we had like a 3-year period where we didn't work together, but overall like 10 years. And
Oh, wow.
we hired her at my old company, and she was a bartender at Exchange.
Yeah.
And she like had this very wild side. And now it's like her clients love her so much, and everyone at
She's
our job,
great.
she's such a leader. She's so sweet. She just seems so wholesome, and she is.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I know that you're also very wild, and I don't know if a
Other
lot of
side.
people know that.
She's the best. Yeah.
She is.
She is.
And now she's having a baby.
I know. I'm so
know.
excited. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, back to Salty Girl. So, how did you two decide, all right, let's open a restaurant together?
I feel like it started 2 years ago. We were just kind of bouncing ideas off each other, and we were like, it'd be really nice to have like a healthy food spot in Rochester, because we love to go to Miami, and you were down there, and like every corner there's a healthy food spot. It's like Pura Vida, Joe and the Juice, and you can choose. You have like 20 to choose from, and up here it's like, where do you want to go to get
It's so corporate up
a
here.
healthy
like
Core
it's
Life.
Core Life,
Yeah.
not to hate on other companies, but Core Life, Chipotle, like I feel like the products are, it's like, yeah, you're getting a healthy meal, the salad with the beans or whatever, but like what is in each of those items? Because it's not clean.
Right.
It's definitely not clean.
I'm making that face about Core Life because like my husband is always trying to eat healthy, and he'll be like, "Do you want?"
Core Life?
Mine
It's
too.
disgusting.
He has this like
It's like the
thing
best we
he
got.
custom ordered so
Yes.
much they put it on the menu. I'm like, that's because
Should
of you ordering
name
it
it
so
after
much.
him.
I know.
Oh, no.
But it's every time he's like, "Do you want Core Life?" I'm like,
Ugh.
"No."
Yeah, that's the same with my
That's,
husband.
like,
I'm like,
the
I
best
do not.
you
I'll skip
have.
dinner. I'm not even going to eat.
Yeah.
I don't even want to eat Core Life. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
But obviously you and Steve, your husband, are entrepreneurs. So eventually he's like, why don't we just actually do it?
He was gung ho because like we've been trying to lose
He's
weight for
like-
like 3 years now, and he was like, let's do a healthy food place, and Nina was on board. And we were actually at the turkey trot. We just talked about it yesterday.
Almost a year ago.
Almost a year ago. I got an email the other day for buying a turkey trot shirt. And I was like, Nina, this was a year ago. We were walking, because I don't run.
Yeah.
We were walking the turkey trot and we were talking about it. And we were like, let's do it. Let's sit down. Let's like figure out, the beginning steps of this. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was about a year ago.
Yeah.
So you and your husband own Steve and James,
yes,
which is a very cute coffee place.
Yes.
How long has that been open?
It was a year in April.
Is that your first time doing like food and beverage?
That was my first time, yeah. So Piano Works Plaza, I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's older. There really isn't much in East Rochester. So my husband manages the plaza. So we were like, let's do coffee here. It would be perfect. So the convenience of our office being there as well, so we can just pop back and forth. It's right behind our office. So we opened that, and then he owns Ferraris. So he's kind of had that background on the whole restaurant industry. But the restaurant industry is tough.
Well, I was just going to say, it's like famous for being probably the hardest industry you can get into.
It really is. Finding staff and like even the pricing of things. I mean, and then people are complaining it's too expensive, but it's like, hey, we're paying more now. We have to charge you more. I don't think people understand kind of like the pricing. That's where we kind of ran into issues where we're like, what do we charge? Because like we are in East Rochester, but we are among, we're in a good spot. There's all these surrounding cities or towns, and so pricing was another thing where I'm like, what is appropriate to charge? But we're spending, I mean, we're getting really clean items, really clean food. So
and it's more expensive to have those clean, whole ingredients. So
yeah. Do you guys ever, I'm sure you're familiar with Saucy Chef?
Yes. I have a friend that orders from them all the time.
Yeah.
And
is it like a catering or like a...
It's the coolest concept.
Yeah. It's almost like a pop-up that just never goes away. Like it's all takeout, I guess, but it's really like high quality, but she charges a lot and people pay it. So I feel like if you compare it to that a little bit, like you guys will have dine in, right?
Yes.
So you even have a little more experience than she has, but I feel like for the right food, and honestly, if it's marketed right, because she's really good at marketing, people will pay.
Food looks amazing.
So good.
I got to check her out.
Yeah.
It's really good. Okay, so when did it go from, all right, we're just talking about it at the turkey trot, to like we've made some kind of like jump where this is actually happening?
It was in December when we were sitting in your office and we got our LLC.
On LegalZoom. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the hardest time finding names.
Oh,
well, the name is the best.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I love that.
So we get mixed reviews. Some people look at me like, what? And others are like, I think it's so good.
It's so good. I mean, if you think about like with a restaurant, you have very little time to like get it off the ground and making money, right?
Right.
So it needs to be like catchy enough to get people to be like, what is this?
Right. And that's what we really were looking up, like all these names like herb, root, green,
wellness,
clean, fork, like all of
we went through it so many times, like
till
we were taking like this word with this word and then flip-flopping them,
and then you got to look up, is this even available?
Yeah,
Can I buy this domain name?
Yeah.
Which is funny you say that, because we came up with Salty Girl, and then my friend Lindsay went to Boston and she went to like a seafood place, and it's called
Salty Girl, but IE. I think it's SALTIE.
And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. And she posted it too. And I was like, why would you post that? I was like, you could tell, like, we look like frauds. Like, I felt so bad, but yeah, it's fine. We're in New York, so
that's just like the nature of business, though. I feel like there's very little names, so like you're not going to run into somewhere,
right?
Yeah, but
so you were on LegalZoom.
We did the whole thing, paid the whatever the fee was, and got the email, and from there we went into like design mode. And
the space was available.
Yeah. Where's the space?
It's in Piano Works Plaza on West Commercial Street, and there was an empty unit.
It was like an old like fabric sewing place. It hadn't been touched in 30 years.
There was the ugliest wallpaper.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like before and after pictures?
Oh yeah,
eventually.
Yeah, we've been keeping a compilation of all the pictures and videos. But they had phone cords. Do you remember those phone cords in the back? It was like a phone panel where it was all like landlines, but it was like millions of phone lines. I've never even seen anything. Wow. So it was like from the 80s.
Yeah. And I remember I asked my husband, I'm like, we can remove this, right? Like, this isn't for the plaza. He was like, I don't know. I got to look into it. I'm like, what do you mean? I can't have 100 phone lines. This looks horrendous.
Yeah.
But yeah, we took it down. So no more phone lines.
So how close is it to Stephen James?
It's too sweet. So it's Stephen James is in like the corner. Stonewood Builders is in front of us. And then there's Lattimore Physical Therapy. And then it's us right next door. So, and we're right in the front, but we are looking right at Taco Bell.
Yeah, we're behind the Taco Bell.
Well, you'll have people that are like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? No one's going to choose Taco Bell.
I know.
One or the other.
Let's talk a little bit about your background and how it kind of fits in, because you have the restaurant background with your husband.
Yeah.
But
hers is more fun.
No, don't say that.
It is.
I'm a physician assistant, so I've been working at Strong for 4 years, and I work in hospital medicine there. So I have obviously a medical background, like medical knowledge. I think my journey with just food and everything starts even sooner, just because growing up I had a ton of digestive issues. I feel like everyone says the same thing, but I ended up like doing an elimination diet and realized that gluten was like a big trigger for me, and dairy. So I've been gluten-free for about 2 years, but like even going back into high school, I completely changed my diet.
Wow.
And I've kind of healed like almost all of my issues, my gut issues with diet. And so that's why I'm just really passionate about like the healthy food and bringing that to people. And I just don't think people fully understand what they're eating and how much of an impact it has on your body and how much it impacts your health and chronic disease and illnesses. And
the people you take care of too.
Yeah. You know? And just seeing the American diet and what people eat. Like what I ask them what they eat in a day. And I'm like, when's the last time you've eaten like a fruit or a vegetable? And it's sad too, because it's accessible foods and foods that are more cost like prohibitive are the more expensive real foods. And like I'm blessed enough to be able to like eat a well-rounded diet, but I know a lot of people I just think associate healthy food also with just not tasting good or they don't want to, they think, oh, all I have to eat is salads or chicken and rice and vegetables. But like we want to bring healthy food that really tastes good and that people will want to eat.
Yeah. Well, like our city, Rochester, is so behind. Like you guys were talking a lot about Miami. I lived in Dallas for 3 years and the places you can go and like get food that is really, really good and healthy. And it's just like they have it figured out in other cities. You just have to like
it is. It's so true. It's like a lifestyle.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like a lifestyle. Like the people that tend to go to those cities want that. And yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll bring it to Rochester.
Well, somebody has to, you know.
I know. We have like, I feel like when you say that about Rochester, they're so honed in on like fine dining, like opening up all these really nice restaurants, and which is great. But then like even so, like my husband and I are like, oh, we have dinner plans, and he's like, well, what am I going to eat that's healthy? Because you're either going to somewhere that has steak or pasta, and it's delicious food, but you go home and you're like, wow, I feel like shit.
Yeah.
And it's hard because I feel like what we're doing, there are certain scales with like the acai bowls or smoothies or the juice places, but like nobody's honing in on this this market of like actually healthy food that's locally owned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think people in Rochester love food. I think it's a big food city, but it's like Italian food. Like heavy chicken parm, chicken French, pasta, steak, all like very heavy stuff. Yes. So I think that in general, I feel like the past 10 years even, people more and more care about healthy eating. And everybody has like gluten, dairy, some kind of allergy, whether they acknowledge it or not. I think we all do. So I think that people in Rochester will probably respond really well to it because they like to eat and they want to eat stuff that tastes good. And people want to eat stuff that is good for them too.
Yeah. There's definitely a movement towards like wellness that I've noticed even in the last few years. I think TikTok too has like kind of shown you more about like just the people out there.
Social
and
media in general.
Yeah, social media.
I mean, it's done a lot of harm, I will say, to this world. But there are things that I've seen on even TikTok or like that's my form of like info. My husband loves Instagram, like watches the reels on there, but TikTok, I mean, there's things we were like, wait, we totally have to do that. Like, I think stuff like that is like finding on social media, like that's something that we want to eventually get to is like TikTok, because I think TikTok's huge.
And just people sharing all their journeys,
right?
Them like eating healthier, like changing their diets or how they've healed themselves from things. Like it's a lot of people have came out and shared it, which is cool.
Right.
Yeah, I think even like if I think about how they just banned like some of the red food dye, like that only happened because people were sharing so much information on social media. Like we didn't know what those food dyes did before.
Yeah, ADHD and other behavioral disorders and
So the more like information that social media puts out there, the more people can be like, no, we don't want to give our kids food
it's
dye.
in the food. It starts with the food.
Yeah. And there's a lot of companies now I've seen using natural food dyes. I think that's really cool. I forget where I was recently, but everything was dyed. It was a food truck that came to my church, and they had snow cones, but it was all natural food dyes.
Good.
And I was like, that's so cool.
Because people probably are now like, wait, I don't want to give my kid a snow cone because it's dye.
Exactly.
Right. So that's good. Okay, so let's go back a little bit. So once you got the LLC, everything, you got the space. How did you decide? I'm assuming menu was the next step? After like kind of the design phase of the space?
We did like everything at once.
I know.
Like we had like, if you could put like 10 tables in a room and each of them was labeled something like menu, design, like vendors, like we were doing everything at once. It was kind of crazy and unorganized, but we made it. The design was really rooted from like going to Miami and like walking into a place and like, don't get me wrong. I grew up in Rochester. It's my home. I love it. My family's here. My friends are here. But you go to Miami and you sit in like a Pura Vida or you sit outside and you're like, wow, this vibe. You're just happy.
Yeah.
Everyone's happier in the sun. I don't care what you say. Yeah. The design, it's airy, the colors, the overall ambiance. So we were like, let's bring it to Rochester. Let's see how we can incorporate like this space where people feel happy. Well, even though they're going to look outside and there's snow falling.
That's even more so. We need to feel like that happiness and that warmth inside when half the year we are freezing and miserable.
And terrible, So that was kind of like the design. But then we didn't realize like how many moving parts. It was like, okay, like wallpaper and like we have like upholstered benches and like figuring out. So like we had to get like our branding, which we worked with a great company, one of her friends, and they pretty much brought our whole like color palette, everything to life. It was exactly what we wanted. So we kind of based it off that. Really.
Highly recommend using someone for that.
Yeah.
Just like delegating where you can. It's a lot. It's still a lot every day. And having a business partner obviously has helped immensely. Like I think doing it on your own would be extremely taxing, but like it's been honestly pretty effortless for the most part. Like people ask
it was
me,
easy.
I mean, we got the space right away. We knew the owners of the plaza. We signed the lease. We got to work in there right away. We had some bumps along the road.
We had an underground tunnel in our kitchen.
So we were calling it the Underground Railroad.
Yeah. What do you do with that?
We were running new plumbing because it had to be a brand new kitchen. So my husband's employees were or whatever they were doing, and they cut through the rebar, and they were like, "Wait, there's like a tunnel under here.
It's supposed to be solid, like
so
dirt.
I wonder if it really was the Underground Railroad.
We were on hold for like a month.
We were like, "What are we going to find down here?"
Like we called the town, and I'm like, "Hey, there's like a space under here."
Yeah,
and
I guess it was structurally sound. Like they had to come evaluate it and make sure.
So they were like, "Oh, it was used to like." The steam was under there to heat the building.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So we had to
because how old is Piano Works?
Oh, yeah. It's like, I think like 100 years.
At least.
That was probably not cheap. to have to do.
No, it was not. And it was not fun either. Yeah.
I mean, the tunnel was like,
chunk.
40 feet long? Well, we had to wall it off and then fill part of it. But yeah, it was a little bit of a delay.
Talk about like an unforeseen expense.
In our kitchen, though.
Well, that's I think of those house shows where they're like flipping the house and there's always something. You never know what's going to come up.
Yeah, but that was a very huge unforeseeable situation.
But I understand now why things take so long. Because it's been... Yeah. We actually probably started in there, April or March?
Yeah, I think
physically,
we figured the lease out in March. Yeah. So we've been there quite some time.
While that was going on, Steve, your husband, has been doing the build out.
Yeah.
And his guys. And then we were kind of working on the design, the finishing touches and the menu.
Well, signing the lease is such a big, okay, we have to get moving now because you're paying every month for it.
Right.
Right. Do you guys have an opening date yet?
We've had
your face.
I feel so bad.
Ask me that.
I feel so bad Nina for this question.
People will say to me, they'll joke around, you didn't have to tell me you're opening up a restaurant, and not really do it.
Yeah.
Just because there's so many delays that you can't expect. But we are really close.
We are. We had a delay on one of the ovens because we are doing all ventless. So we have no hoods, no flat tops, nothing. So we had a little delay on our machine. So we have a demo machine right now that we're using. So we're getting to work on that today, tomorrow, till Monday. And then once we can get staff in to train, probably end of next week, we are. Yeah. Which has been tough because some people have put their 2 weeks in. Yeah. And so we're trying to get people in there hey, we can get you working, doing something. So as of now, I'm hoping in 2 to 3 weeks, hopefully.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
I think that's fair to say because
definitely
every speed bump we've already hit. So I don't think there's any more left.
Build out's completely done. So
that's probably one of the hardest parts.
Yeah, it is.
Besides staff.
For me, I thought the build out was the easiest.
Yeah.
The kitchen was kind of crazy. I mean, I cook at home. I have normal. Right. This is a commercial kitchen.
Well, I want to talk about the menu because the thought of coming up with a whole menu seems really hard. So where did you start?
I think we just kind of started with categories. So we knew we wanted to do bowls, salads, wraps, sandwiches, protein plates. And then we just kind of found inspiration from we chose different proteins and different bases, and then what can we put together that we think would taste good, and some things that we've had before,
Asian or we have an Asian crunch salad. So what items go with that? We did sit down with the chef at Palmer's, our manager at the coffee shop. She has extensive background, so we kind of sat down with a bunch of people. And then her and I kind of just weeded through okay, we don't really love that or we don't like what they put on that. So yeah, we kind of
Did you have a bunch of different taste testers?
We've done
just you two?
It's just been us two. In the next couple of days, I think I'll get some of my husband's guys in there. Yeah. Hey, try this. What do you think? We did sauces last week. Those came out good. But you don't realize even smoothies, we did it 3-4 times at my house. It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
It was an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
That was not fun.
The consistency, how much of this, and then figuring out what's the easiest way to do it. Should it be a cup of ice or should it be you're weighing it out or how to standardize
and
it?
Smoothies, I would imagine, get expensive really quickly.
Yeah. And you have to have certain ice for the Vitamix. You don't cubed ice you get from your house is very harsh on the blades.
Yeah.
So then you got to get certain ice. And even she was saying how with certain proteins, are we going to have a vegan protein for people that we're trying to accommodate everybody, which I know is not always going to work, but we really want something for everybody there.
Yeah. There's been a lot of people reaching out via social media, our Instagram, saying are you going to have vegan options? Are you going to have gluten-free options? And I think because I also have restrictions, when I'm going out to the restaurant, I'm looking at the menu and I'm looking at it through a certain lens of what can I eat? And so I think it helps with me having that kind of idea already that I can cater more towards those people that have restrictions. So we're trying to make all of our sauces more universal. But people don't realize soy sauce has wheat in it. So it's like you need to have gluten-free soy sauce and things like that. But just so that it's more options for everybody versus somebody only being able to cater towards certain people that don't have any allergies or restrictions.
What's your favorite thing on the menu, each of you?
I'm kind of really excited for the protein plates. Like the steak
bowl, definitely. Yeah, that's like the
You don't like salmon, so.
I do not like salmon. No. I know when we were like trying out like the different like salmon cuts or whatever.
She's like, I'm not
I was like,
that.
I'm not the person to ask.
She's like, you choose.
I don't do salmon, but definitely the steak. I like steak.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, meat recently. Chicken has been freaking me out a little bit.
Yeah, ever since I was pregnant.
I don't know. Meat is giving me a weird, but
my
steak
friend
bowl.
says that.
Yeah.
She's pregnant right now, and she's like, I can't eat meat. I can only eat it if it's like in sauce or mixed in with something.
And don't they say that like when you're pregnant, your cravings and your aversions are your body saying what's good and what's bad? So I feel like everyone's weirded out by chicken when they're pregnant. I wonder if it's because chicken's just...
Yeah, I know. Chicken has changed. I also have been to like Greece and Italy, and I'm like, this is not the same stuff we have back home.
It's sad.
Yeah.
We're eating like terrible food.
Yeah.
But that's why we're mainly geared towards like the ingredients and like the base and what's in it versus counting calories. Because I know there's these places where they do like meals and it'll say, oh, this is 400 calories or this is 300 calories. And like, oh, that's really good. Like this is low calorie. But then you read the ingredients
but it's and it's 300 calories of garbage.
Full
of like aspartame.
Crap. Yeah. And so we're not so much, we'll have the listing probably of like the calories or like
I don't think you should. I feel like, I mean,
I know.
Do whatever you want.
But we could have a separate menu if somebody asked for it. We could maybe reference it for them.
Right.
But
you know why?
We're not worried about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the vibe of like, this is all good for you stuff. Whether like an avocado is good for you, it's high calorie. Peanut butter is good for you, it's high calorie.
Yeah. Like the natural peanut butter. Like we're not going to use the one
down
that's
to like
the Smuckers.
Packaging. Like our like the avocado that we went to this convention a couple weeks ago, and the packaging for the avocado that we were going to buy, they put preservatives. The way they have to seal the package, it's not even the avocado; it's the way they have to seal it. That they have to put like something in it to keep it. And we were like, no, we're not going to do it. And it changed our whole...
It changed the flavor, too. Yeah. I tasted a regular avocado and then that. And I was like, had this, like, sweet, weird aftertaste. And I'm like, I don't want
chemical
that.
Something.
Yeah. So we're, like, down to, like...
That's great, though.
Like, even... Because we're doing all throwaways. So, like, everything is down to,
we want eco-friendly packaging and...
Throwaways, you're saying your plates, silverware,
yeah, we're doing no, like, plates, like, to wash. Everything's going to be throwaway.
That cuts out a whole... like job in a good way, you know,
right?
So you have to have somebody doing all that.
Yeah.
Plus, like when you go somewhere and you get those, then you have your tray and you're done eating, and you're like, "What do I do with this?"
I know.
And it's a mess over by the garbage.
Core Life, there's a pile, a bin of everyone's dirty plates. It's gross.
Yep.
It's like cafeteria feeling. Okay, let's talk about marketing because I only know this exists because you guys have done a really good job of like creating buzz on Instagram. And I think that not enough businesses do that. You know, they'll open and it's like maybe the week before it's like, we're opening soon. So how did you guys decide when to start? What was going to be the strategy there?
Right. Well, my friend, like you were saying, one of my friend, Brian, he owns a marketing firm in Tampa, but I've reached out to him and he helped us start our like branding kit. And so we had that established and then we were like, when do we start like doing more of like the marketing and content for Instagram? And then we just...
It was Julie recommended us to Laura. Yeah, I think I don't know if she used Laura exactly. I'm not sure, but...
She did for Sorella, Julie Cruz.
Oh, yeah.
Or, well, her now. She's got married, but...
So she recommended us to Laura, and Laura has been incredible. Like, I couldn't have been happier with everything that she's given to us.
She really sees our vision and, like...
Yeah, she's great. Anyone that's looking for marketing, I would send them to her because she's great.
Unless you want to work with Uptown Marketing.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. This is a totally different thing. It's more like social heavy than we do. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I actually reached out to Diane about you guys like before.
Diane? No, your stuff is great. It looks really good. And I think it's good for you to have somebody in Tampa because that's like the vibe you're trying to create, you know?
Yeah. So Brian did all the branding for us, and then Laura, who's here, did like she's come to like our place and done photos.
Yeah.
And she's just everything we've asked. But she's really guided us and you know, what comes next? What are your thoughts? And like
well, I actually
very prompt.
Yeah.
We will not work with a restaurant because it's so different from what we do because you do have to be on site. Like it's so visual. There's so much like if you have a special that you're gonna run or something, it's very like involved as far as like going there, filming stuff, pictures, all that.
Exactly. And she's always like, yeah, I can come, and like she's always
like
there, and she's offering
awesome.
her time.
She's great.
And she's very like, she gets the vision, and she works for so many different people, so it's really cool that she can adapt to all the different like vibes, and
that's awesome. So did you pick like, okay, we're gonna set up this Instagram and start posting a certain amount of days before you plan to open, or was it just like, well, let's just do it?
We were like, let's just we didn't really.
We were like, we knew we wanted it to be at least a month to a month and a half before, which now is longer because our opening keeps being pushed back. But we didn't want it to be a thing where it's just like you post and then you open. Yeah. Because I do think that drawing people in for a while, then people are talking to other people about it, and it grows that crowd that's already ready to like be a part of it when you do open. So I do think, missing your window would, like you're saying, will not be good for.
It's hard because then on the same note, if you are too far in advance, like if you're 6 months out, then it's like, okay, we get it. You're opening. Are you?
What are you doing? Right.
Yeah. So you guys are in such a good spot where it's like, we're almost there. Couple more weeks.
I know now. Every time we post, I'm like, oh no, we're pushing it.
Yeah, we're pushing it.
Everyone's like, you guys aren't real. What are you doing?
Do you have any idea when you're opening? I'm like, soon. Stay tuned.
I feel terrible. I know. It's just a lot of like, the menu's been tough. And not having that piece of equipment, it's like we literally can't do anything. Yeah. Like that is our business.
Do you have a like head chef, so to speak, or are you guys the ones that put together the whole menu?
We did the whole menu. Yeah. We kind of ran it through our kitchen manager from the coffee shop, and we were like, hey, you know, what do you think of this? She had prior experience at Black and Blue. Yeah. So she kind of knows that next level of like tastes and things that go together. So we kind of showed her and we were like, what do you think? So she went through it. She spent a good amount of time on it. But there really weren't any major changes, which I feel like we mastered something that we really weren't sure of. But
I know. I've gotten all my cooking experience from TikTok videos.
Yeah. Our whole business based off TikTok.
Well, it'll do really well then.
But like obviously we don't have culinary experience, but we did consult like at Link 2 Kitchen, which is where we tried out all of the ovens and stuff. They have a corporate chef there, and she's been helpful. Like, so just having people review it and then ultimately just trying it and seeing what you like. Like, I feel like there's things that you would never think would go together, and they do, or something you thought was going to be really good and it doesn't. So just like trial and error.
So it's bowls, protein plates, sandwiches, wraps, smoothies,
salads.
There's only like 5 smoothies. It's not like a very smoothie heavy. But
and we have a merchandiser refrigerator in the front with snacks, drinks.
Reminded me.
Oh yeah. But so there will be like little protein balls and other like
cute
grab and go stuff.
Yeah, we have a lot of different
protein
like,
bars, protein brownies, juices.
Are those things you're making? Or are you getting from other places?
For now, we're buying from other places.
Yeah. We're making a few things like the spring rolls. And maybe some protein balls, but
until we're on our feet.
I feel like you should just keep buying. I don't know. I'm giving you advice I've never done.
No, it is really easy. It's like a click of a button. Yeah. I mean, we obviously had to like vet through the companies and be like, okay, like this stuff also has to be clean.
Right.
Things we've seen other businesses sell where we're like, okay, like that's obviously a reputable company. Yeah. But
Like those smoothie bars have like the low protein balls. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Assuming they buy those from somewhere. And they're great.
Yeah.
They're really good.
You don't want to bite off too much and then put yourself in the position where you can't execute everything well.
Right.
So I feel like probably starting with the main core menu, and then if you want to expand, roll other things out.
Yeah, that's smart.
Eventually.
So when you said merchandise, it reminded me you guys are also going to have a merchandise section.
Yeah, so we have a little boutique in the back.
That was Christina's idea.
I've always wanted like a boutique with like cute stuff that you can't find here. So yeah, there was like this awkward space in the back, and I was like, let's do a boutique in the back. It was just kind of this like more narrow area that like the bathrooms in the back. Yeah, it's like a super wide hallway. It's really odd, but I was like, let's do a boutique. So we started like reaching out to. We have some people locally. And then there's some other companies that I've purchased from that I love. Yeah. So, reaching out like wholesale inquiries was like a huge part of this too. And waiting on hearing back. Yeah.
Like, who doesn't want to go shopping really quick after lunch?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's cute. Yeah. We have, for right now, we have like, they're smaller items. We do have like a small section of like clothes that are just like very casual or like athleisure. But, we have like amber blends. I don't know if you've heard of them. Mm-hmm. They're like an oil fragrance.
Oh, nice.
And they're all natural. It's really nice. And then our friend Sandy owns Air Collective, so she's in there.
With her
Talova. Yeah.
Our friend owns Talova and Laundry Sauce, which they are really... Laundry Sauce has been around longer, and they do amazing marketing.
Are those the little pods?
Yeah.
Julie gave me those one time.
Great. They smell so good,
And then Talova's like a beef tallow company.
Okay.
So they have like little lip balms and stuff like that. But everything's kind of like natural and also locally, a lot of locally owned, which is what we really wanted to with our breads and other products that we're trying to... We want to incorporate juices from local places and like things like that, so we can like support local as well.
Yeah. So obviously, this being a business, you have like certain numbers. You're thinking, okay, every month we need to do this much in sales to stay afloat, be profitable, like make this what we want. How much of that, if any, is the merchandise? Is that kind of just like we're doing this? I don't want to say for fun, but
I think I went a little overboard on the boutique stuff. Every time I saw something, I'm like sitting there on my computer, like, can we sell your stuff here, like with the wholesale inquiries? But
I would say it's a small amount.
Yeah,
if I were to guess, what
smaller,
10%, if less.
Roughly.
So you are at a point where you're like, okay, we've bought enough merchandise wholesale. We need to now like make sure we're selling.
Yeah. So we did spend a good amount on the merchandise.
Yeah, and a lot of this stuff is a little more expensive. I don't want to like gouge people, but it's understanding again that it's all clean products. It's not, you know, I'm not selling, you know, you're not buying something for the label like it is, or like the name brand stuff. It is like really clean products. So that does come with a price.
Well, it's okay to be a premium service.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's premium food. It's premium boutique. Like,
right.
And some companies want you to sell it at their MSRP.
Oh, really?
So we're forced
to
sell what they, So there's like...
I think just because if you're selling it in your place at $50, but they're selling it online for $80.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're going to lose business online.
Yeah.
So,
or it kind of like cheapens what they think is worth.
Yeah. How much experience do you have with like the food portion of the inventory? Like, I'd have to imagine that's really hard to know how much do we order, especially with such fresh stuff.
That's
honestly,
been really...
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have any of experience
You'll
with
figure
inventory.
It out,
I will figure it out, but there's a lot of things that her and I, like, she knows, she's very, like, she knows a lot about food and products and things, clean ingredients and, you know, the allergies, gluten-free. Like, I've learned so much from her on that. But when it comes to the kitchen, like, my manager is going to be my saving grace.
Yeah.
Our manager is coming from Stephen James, and there's like a little list of things I gave her last week, and I was like, "Here you go. These are things I haven't done yet because I have no idea what I'm doing." Yeah, and like I feel like that's okay when you go into a business. Like there are things you're not going to know. Like, there's a lot of things we went into, and I'm like,
to have people you can delegate tasks to.
Right. Even when we went to pick out fabric, I'm like, wait, this isn't bad. And my husband's like, that's really expensive. Like, you guys can't afford that. And
this
I'm like,
is like $20 a yard. He's like, that's cheap. I'm like, really? He's like,
I'm like, that sounds really expensive.
Only $3 a foot. And I was like, oh, you're right. Because it's a square foot, square yard.
It's such a good point that like people will not start businesses because they think they need every single thing figured out.
And you don't.
No. And you never will.
And that's just halting you from doing it because you're never going to feel ready. I mean, this whole experience has been like, we're learning every day. Yeah. Like I worked as a server for like 6 years, but I've never been in a kitchen where you're seeing how exactly is this executed. Like we're thinking like, okay, we're like, we want to make this protein plate, but it's like, well, how is it actually executed? Like, how are you going to cook the rice? How are you going to keep it warm? Are you going to cook everything to order? Are you going to have things ready? Like all those little nuances that you don't know. So that's when it kind of, you have to trust your staff to help you.
Yeah.
The ones that know what's going to be most efficient, how are we going to run this organized and with a systematic approach versus just being like, this is our vision and this is what we want to do. But now we actually need to figure out how do you do it?
And you need to know like, okay, if we have avocados, they last this many days. If we have salmon, it lasts this many days.
The deliveries, like how many days they deliver per week. So you can sometimes get a smaller quantity and then you can have more deliveries per week so that it's fresher and you're not having as much waste.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah. How much do you guys plan to be there? Because you're still a PA, right?
Yeah. I'm 24 hours a week. So I was full-time up until we started ramping up a little bit more. Now I'm part-time, which has been really nice because I can dedicate 5 days a week to being there. So I think we plan to be there as much as we can, especially in the beginning, overseeing everything, making sure things are coming out the way that we envision them to look and that everybody's working well and the flow as well. But
that's like our biggest thing when we interviewed. We were like, our whole vibe is very like get along with each other because that's the other thing in kitchens is like there's high tensions. Fresh. You have like we were like it's airy, it's fresh. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, like we did that in the interview. Like basically told him like, hey, like. No bullshit. Right. So,
how did you find people? How many staff do you have? Do you have full-time, part-time? What's the whole story there?
We have both.
Yeah. A mixture. Some people for the front, like the people that are going to take your order and prepare it and give it to you are some girls are in college or have another job and they just want like a part-time thing. But the kitchen staff is more full-time geared. But we have probably more staff than we need, but...
That's good, though.
Yeah, initially you're going to need more people on. We are planning to be open 7 days a week. That's our goal, and about 10 hours a day. So you have to have enough staff where you have to cover all those shifts. People have to come in earlier to prep. There's some closing tasks you got to be a little bit later, so it's figuring that out.
What are the hours going to be?
11 to 8.
Okay. That's perfect.
We're hoping though, like we did like a little like survey, like what is everyone's availability? And like Sundays were like nobody. And I was like, okay, well, if we have to be closed on Sundays, I mean, we did it at the coffee shop. We didn't have anyone on Sundays, so we closed. We just now we're open, luckily, but there are some things that like I was telling her, like out of our control. Like it is what it is. You know, there's some things you can't like help.
How has it been with like the state or maybe it's federal, like the regulations? I'm sure you have to have a lot of like specific licensing to have different products. And like, what was that whole process like getting all that?
You've been very helpful.
Yeah, I did a lot of that.
Because you have experience.
Yeah, as far as like the health department was pretty easy. You basically just have to make a drawing of your whole place. Submit it to them, and they're really honed in on like all your items being 6 inches off the floor, having your hand sinks, your 3 bays, your sanitizer, your soap dispensers, like basically all the like more sanitary things. There are things that we didn't need, like we didn't need a 3-bay sink behind the bar because we're only making smoothies. It's not very like food or drink heavy. So once you put that in, you have to get approval. As far as like insurances and stuff, I mean, we did it for everything we did for the coffee shop. We just mirrored. So my mother-in-law works for my husband's contracting company. So she does a lot of like the billing and those insurances and license. So, and we have an accountant there as well. So I kind of picked her brain on what I need to like resell items or stuff with like taxes. So it was pretty easy. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But there are things where like someone will ask me, because there's like different names for certain things, like the resale cert, like we applied for an LLC. So our EIN is our resale. And I remember like someone asked me for it, like a vendor, and I was like, wait, I don't have it. And I asked Steve, I'm like, wait, I don't have this. Like, can I not sell anything? And they were like, no, it's the same thing. So it's like a learning.
Yeah.
It wasn't hard. It wasn't terrible. Yeah. But that was fairly easy.
You guys are such a good example of like use people around you that know or like
to.
go through all your resources. Because people get so like ego about their businesses that they're like, I know, you know.
Oh no, I ask everyone for everything. Yeah. You have to. Like, we even sat down with...
There's no way you'd know how to do it unless you've done it before.
Right. We were sitting down. You did an interview with Blair, right? For Refresh?
No, not yet. No, I talked to her about it,
She must have been on... Yeah, I saw something. I don't know who she was with, but we sat down with her because we were like, hey, how do you get all these employees? Like, she posted one day that she had like 92 applicants.
Yeah.
I was like, where did you get all these people? Yeah.
Wow.
I go, where did you get all these people? I can't even get 5. Like, so it's nice to sit down with like other business owners and kind of like pick their brains. Right. But I will say, like in Rochester,
I was just thinking the same thing.
We were talking about
has been so great.
The women in this community are so supportive. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like the amount of reposts and the shares on all like other businesses, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never realized until you're kind of engulfed in it. But so many people wanting to support you, collaborate with you.
Right. It's really amazing, especially for women, because you don't expect it.
Yeah.
You know?
So when I started doing this podcast originally, I used to do it remote with my like clients all over the country. And then this time I was like, I don't want to have like the Zoom and all that. So I want it to be just businesses in Rochester. And every single episode besides one so far has been women-owned businesses. And they all know each other, first of all. Anyone that I've had on here knows somebody else or is talking about another business owner. Like, you're so right that every like woman business that's like in our general age group is really, really like, down for each other.
Right. And like we had picked Blair's brain on acai, and she was like, you know, we had discussed maybe like getting her product and selling it or whatever, but she was like, this is like a good opportunity to show people that like women in the same industry can support each other. Yeah. Like that is the one thing that like the bad stuff goes so much further that like you guys need to support each other.
Yeah.
Like, and that was the biggest thing. I was like, even the coffee shop, like I love collabing with different people and doing events. And like, even we had somebody reach out when we first opened. They were like, do you want to do an event? Like we have a coffee cart. And I was like, I would love to. That'd be so cool. Like, you have to be like that. You cannot. There's no room for that.
It's
in business,
better for yourself too.
Oh,
I mean, it's how you get your name out.
Right.
Well, and then people are saying your name when you're not there. You know, well, I know so-and-so does this. And it works too. Like Stephen James. I knew Stephen James from people sharing it on social media. I wasn't following it, but I kept seeing it pop up because other girls were sharing it a lot.
Yeah.
So it actually works.
That they post, I mean, we get like 2 to 3, and I try to share them, but we get like 2 to 3 posts a day of people just snapping stories of them in there. And I think that's the other thing is like most coffee shops are so, the design inside, it's dark, it's moody, where like we made this brighter. And that was like kind of where our design came in, whereas like people are going to take photos and they're going to share it because of how beautiful it is. And like that was the other thing. Like we have a really cool bathroom. Yeah, our bathroom is really, really cool.
I can't wait to see the whole thing. I'm like so excited.
It's beautiful. And like the stuff we have in there, I know for a fact people are going to take photos of it and post it. So that's kind of also
it's like marketing for yourself.
Yeah, it's marketing.
Yeah. And I mean, like that's like I said, what is going to work because people will take pictures. They will share it. Other people will be like, where are you right now? I want to go there. You know, and that's, it's just like, you don't have to do anything.
It does make a huge difference. Like even those places in Miami that I'm not like a huge fan of, but people still go there just because it looks really great, like Sexy Fish.
I was just going to say, like,
Sexy Fish. I don't even think their food's good, but you'll go there because
Sexy Fish is unbelievable.
It's just a vibe when you're
it's
in there.
incredible in there. Yeah.
Sorry to Sexy
It's
Fish.
incredible. And that's because the food's really
You're
not
beautiful,
that good.
Sexy Fish. I don't remember anything about the food. I still have the, they have the little fish that they put on the table.
Oh, with the chopsticks?
Yeah, and it's
chopsticks?
like, the bottom says, this was stolen from Sexy Fish. I literally have it on my desk at work.
Stole it. Oh my God. They're just, they want people to take it.
But I mean, the fact that we're in Rochester and we all, easily knew Sexy Fish. It's because the name.
You want to be something that people remember and they come in and they remember how they
people
felt.
Like me being like, the food's terrible. Like, that's the sad part.
But would you go back just for the vibe?
We had a condo down the street. So like, we would, because we had a place in Brickell, and we would walk down there and we would contemplate, but like, you have to have reservations. You have to be dressed. Like, that's the other thing in Miami. You have to be dressed nice. Like, there's times we got off the plane and rolled out like this. And I'm like, well, we can't go to Sexy Fish because we look like this.
Yeah.
But like, it's cool to maybe sit at the bar. So like, people that go there, I always tell them, like, go and sit at the bar and have like a drink and then go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Which...
Take a picture in the
bathroom. If Sexy Fish sees this, don't come for me. Like,
Sexy Fish probably listens to this, I'm sure.
You never know. You might have fans in other states, but it's not. The vibe is great, but the food's not.
Yeah.
Komodo's
great too.
There's so many places
love
Miami. Yeah, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. Just the best.
Yeah.
Share with me what you've learned so far, whether it's from like your other companies or whether it's been from this process so far. One sales tip for any industry.
Sales tip. You're first. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm waiting for you to respond. I don't really know what to say.
Like how to do well in sales, you mean, or something? I think marketing. I think everybody says it. I mean, I know companies that got big, it's like they only got there because they put a lot of money into it. So I think just not selling yourself short in that regard, because if you miss your window or if you don't market yourself well, it's never going to be successful. Like, I think it's different for us too, because we're a brick and mortar in Rochester, so you can, but like if you're e-commerce or something online, it's like you're only going to get those viewers or those interactions from your marketing.
I think that links to like pop-ups too. I think pop-ups are huge. I know tons of people have businesses and they're doing, Bills themed stuff, or they're doing, and that also gives the opportunity for people that don't have an actual standalone business or they're only online to come in. Yeah. And I think too that
Sweat
builds
Society.
They reached out too.
I don't know if you heard of them, but
pop-ups I think are a great
It's really
way.
cool what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, that's my next question was going to be marketing, but it's kind of, you guys are tying together where your marketing is your sales. If you really, with certain industries, I think if you can really like come out swinging with marketing, the sales just come in.
Yeah.
And so your marketing strategy has really been hire the right people for the right parts of it. Like you have somebody develop your whole brand.
Right.
And I think it was really smart that you had somebody do that was in like a market that you were wanted to model after.
I think just using people's expertise, because it's not like you're going to be good at everything.
Right.
And some people want to do it on their own, but it was just something
in the beginning we were like, let's save money. Let's do it ourselves. I was like, I can do it on Canva. I can do anything on Canva. And then like we got to it and I'm like, absolutely not. We're going to hire someone.
Yeah.
It's like, you
can tell the logos now that were made on Canva, from businesses. Because they all have this similar kind of vibe. And some of them look great, but
But if you
you probably have you're looking at it because you have experience. Whereas like I don't probably notice as much,
right. Yeah, that would be like one big thing is like if you have like the budget for marketing, like 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, especially your branding, like that is the face of your company besides like what you're selling.
Yeah.
Like our logo, I mean, I love our logo.
Yeah.
Like I would put it on anything. Like we're buying Lululemon clothes and putting this logo on it.
I was gonna say, are you gonna sell Salty Girl merch?
Oh yeah, the bags.
We will. We have 2 bags that like we bought on Amazon, and we just used them. We put the logo on it. We just used it for like our stuff, like our marketing stuff, and like people have messaged. We had like 2 or 3 people message like, "Are you gonna sell these?" And I'm like, yes, sure, why not? Yeah.
What's the employees' uniforms?
We said black bottoms.
Yeah. And then we got shirts made.
So there's
them.
shirts.
Yeah, we have shirts. Yeah.
Different sayings on the back of them.
Oh, cute.
Like,
yeah. Cute. Our kitchen people, the back of their shirts say salt in progress.
Oh my God, I love that.
I think we did a little overboard with like the girly colors because like we have like obviously male staff, and I'm like, okay, you can take the hunter green. That's the only option you have because they're like
one
pink.
of them wanted the pink one. Jamie.
I mean, that's great. Take it. Yeah. But I was like, oh darn, overboard on the girly colors. Yeah.
And then the other shirts say "Eat clean, live salty."
Mm-hmm.
So cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe 3 weeks you'll be open. Maybe.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. 2 to 3.
2 to 3. I feel like you guys, once you get to so close, like there's only so much, like, because I'm sure you could still probably open the doors with some things not being completely done.
Right.
Yeah, it's just the only thing.
It's never going to feel perfect or like fully ready.
Yeah.
You're always going to have, it's never going to be perfect. You're going to have to keep changing things.
Well, and even if you open it and you think, okay, this is perfect, something's going to change anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you guys. I'm so excited.
Thank you for having us. I know it's so exciting to come on here and talk with you.
Tell everybody.
I was like, we're going, I don't even know who we told. Like when we left the office, I was like, we're on a podcast. So we're going on a podcast. We're not even open yet.
Well, that just shows how good you guys have done it. Creating the buzz and marketing.
It means a lot coming from you.
Yeah, this is great that you do this. This is amazing because I feel like nobody's doing this.
I know. Well,
we talked about it.
I was like, I'd love to do a podcast and have people like of all like walks of careers in Rochester, and I was like, nah. You know, when you think about something, you're like, I don't want to see myself, or I don't want to be on. You know what I mean? Well, this is great.
I really don't think there's anything, especially now that I'm focusing on like business owners here. Right. There's so many smart women business owners and just business owners in general in Rochester, and I love hearing like
their
stories. How'd you get into this? Because there's so many people that think like...
And they don't get the spotlight they deserve, I feel like.
Yeah. There's so many people that think like, I want to do this. And when you see somebody else doing it, it makes you be like, okay, we can do this too.
Yeah.
So, all right, just tell everyone where they can follow you and then where they can go to Salty Girl in a couple weeks.
It's at 349 West Commercial Street, with Suite 1250. So it's right behind the Taco Bell. And then our Instagram is at Salty Girl Clean Food Co. Why can I never remember?
Because our email is saltygirlny, and it always confuses me.
We cannot get this wrong.
Salty Girl Food Co.
Yes, Salty Girl Food Co.
Salty Girl Food Co.
Yes.
The whole name is like Salty Girl Clean Food Company.
Okay.
So I get it mixed up. And then it's www.saltygirlny.com is our website. Which is not fully launched yet.
Yeah, we're under construction. So
it's under construction if you go.
You know what I'll do?
Come back.
When you guys open, I'll bring my whole Uptown team there, Diane and all the girls, and we'll do lunch there and we'll post and make it fun.
That'll be so fun. I appreciate it. We're excited.
Well, I can't wait.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.